The assets screen is where you can see all of your graphics and websites that you've added to your Atarim dashboard. You can add them by typing in the URL and then click add site and it will be added. Or you can download the WordPress plugin and install and activate it. You can also create folders, so some of your websites or graphics might sit in individual areas or projects. And you can also assign those projects to different team members as well. You can also change the view of it. So if you don't want to have it as a grid, you can turn it into a list view as well. And of course, you can reorder your assets. Websites that have been added via the URL will have the globe icon, and where you've done it via the WordPress plugin, you'll see the WordPress logo. When you hover over any of the websites, you will see 5 icons. The first one allows you to view what messages have come in about that website. The second one allows you to manage your tasks a little bit better with like the Kanban board. So what was urgent and critical, are things in progress or are they complete? The middle one is your collaborate icon, and whether you've gone in via the URL or the WordPress plugin, you can click that and it will now take you over to the website so you can start adding in tasks. There's even an icon for opening the stages. So maybe you need to set a milestone. Maybe the client is on holiday or your key developer won't be available, or maybe you need to get something signed off or collate information by a certain date. And there's an icon for the settings. Here's where you could rename it in terms of how it appears on the assets screen, and also does it now belong to a different project or a folder, and we'll show you that in a moment. So in the top right where we have more options, I can click this and either switch to list view or I could hit add folder. So I've called it Imran test folder, and I'm going to assign Vito to it and Jerome as well. And then I'm going to assign a couple of Apple websites and hit create folder. That now puts them into a particular folder, which now means it's easier for me to manage later on. And right now, both of those items are here. And you can actually see the folder they're now allocated to as well. I can at any time go in and change that. If you're wondering what was the point of that, if I go to the top right again where we have filter folders, I could hit care plan clients. And that's now going to reorder all of the websites to only show me those that fit within that project. So there it is, there's the care plan. And we do have other projects as well. And if I go here and I scroll down to the test one we just created, the 2 websites I added there are now at the beginning. Now you aren't just going to be restricted to only seeing that folder. You will still see all of your websites. It just reorders it for you. Now, what if you have a website that you no longer want to see on your dashboard? If you hover over it, in the top right, you will see an X. When you click that, that will archive it. Now, it's not completely removed. It's just not visible on there. But any comments, any tasks that you did in the past will be preserved. So what do you do if you now do want to return that website or you accidentally archived it? Again, go over to the top right, click more options, then click archived sites. And I can now see the website I just archived. I'm going to click it and return it back to my dashboard. But what if you're struggling to find a particular asset on the assets screen? Just go to the top left where we have the search, type it in and you can now find it. And if we go back to the ordering feature over here, you don't just do it via the name. You can even say which websites or assets have got the most tasks allocated, and it will put it in that order. Again, this is going to help you to manage your workload and how you distribute items amongst your team. I hope you enjoy looking at the assets screen and go and explore it a little bit more.
Never break, always fight, never quit, do it right, play the game, win it life, have no shame, there's no time, feel the pain, live the grind, I could change, in my mind, pick a lane, commit and climb, the only way to win it life, I never miss, that's fact, taking big swings, bitch, hand me the bat, put me in the ring, you'll go out in a bag, 'cause I sing